in the lively atmosphere of the set for Rio Bravo. A moment of unexpected humor and chaos unfolded that would not only surprise onlookers, but also become a legendary tale in Hollywood history. During a break in filming, John Wayne, in a playful mood, decided to entertain his co-stars. It started innocently enough when he splashed some liquor on Dean Martin, who portrayed the town drunk dude. What began as a harmless prank quickly escalated. As laughter erupted around them, Wayne, in an exaggerated display of camaraderie, lit a match and set the liquor ablaze, causing a quick flicker of flames to dance across Martin's chest. While the fire was quickly extinguished, it was a moment that combined Wayne's larger-than-life personality with Martin's laid-back charm. Both actors took it all in stride, reveling in the absurdity of the situation. The mishap became a fitting anecdote, capturing the spirit of fun and friendship that permeated the film set, showing that even in the world of fierce gunfights and dramatic showdowns, a light-hearted moment could ignite much more than just laughter. Exteriors for the film were shot at Old Tucson Studios, located just outside of Tucson, Arizona. This location was chosen for its authentic Western feel, which perfectly matched the film's setting. Filming took place during the summer of 1958, a time when the studio was becoming known for its use in various Western films. The landscape around Tucson provided a stunning backdrop, with its rugged mountains and desert scenery enhancing the film's visual appeal. The production team took advantage of the natural light and the unique architecture of the studio, which was designed to resemble a classic Western town. The movie's credits reflect the year 1958 for copyright purposes, indicating the time of production. After months of hard work, the film was finally released in March 1959, showcasing the talents of its cast and crew against the picturesque Arizona landscape. The choice of Old Tucson Studios not only contributed to the film's authenticity, but also helped solidify its place in the Western genre. The studio has since become a popular tourist attraction, drawing fans of the film and the genre alike. The filming locations played a crucial role in bringing the story to life, making Rio Bravo a memorable cinematic experience. The movie is regarded as one of Howard Hawks' best, and is known for its long opening scene, which contains no dialogue. This unique choice sets the tone for the film, allowing viewers to immerse themselves in the atmosphere and tension of the setting. It was his first movie in 4 years, marking the longest hiatus of his career. During this period, Hawks observed the rising popularity of Western television shows, which often featured character-driven plots. This realization inspired him to adopt a similar approach in Rio Bravo, focusing on the development of multiple storylines and rich character interactions. The film features a strong ensemble cast, including John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Angie Dickinson, each bringing depth to their roles. The characters are not just archetypes, they are complex individuals with their own struggles and motivations. This character-driven narrative allows for a more engaging experience, as audiences become invested in their fates. The film's pacing and dialogue are carefully crafted, with moments of tension balanced by lighter, more humorous exchanges. Hawks' direction emphasizes the relationships between characters, showcasing themes of loyalty, friendship, and courage. The film's setting in a small town under siege adds to the sense of urgency and danger, creating a backdrop for the unfolding drama. The cinematography captures the stark beauty of the American West, enhancing the film's emotional impact. Overall, Rio Bravo stands out not only for its storytelling, but also for its innovative approach to the Western genre, blending action with character exploration in a way that resonates with audiences. The film remains a classic, reflecting Hawks' mastery of filmmaking and his ability to adapt to changing trends in cinema. At 51, John Wayne found himself at a pivotal moment in his career while filming Rio Bravo. He felt the weight of age pressing on him, believing he was too old to play the romantic lead. This realization led him to revert to his traditional persona, which had captivated audiences for years. In Rio Bravo, he donned the iconic hat from his breakthrough role in Stagecoach, a symbol of his enduring legacy in Western films. He also wore his Red River D belt buckle, a personal touch that connected him to his past successes. The film was significant not just for its story, but also for Wayne's emotional state. He was grappling with the impending loss of his close friend Ward Bond, who would pass away in 1960. This loss weighed heavily on Wayne, influencing his thoughts about future roles that would suit him. He often reflected on the types of characters he could portray, seeking to maintain his connection with the audience while navigating the challenges of aging in Hollywood. The film stands as a testament to Wayne's ability to adapt while remaining true to the essence of who he was as an actor. When Dean Martin's agent approached Howard Hawks about casting him in the role of the drunken deputy dude in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, it marked a significant moment in Martin's career. Hawks, known for his keen eye for talent, was impressed by Martin's dedication and charisma. During their meeting, Martin had just flown in from a show in Las Vegas, showcasing his commitment to the role and the project. This dedication resonated with Hawks, who recognized that Martin could bring a unique blend of charm and vulnerability to the character of Dude. The role required not just comedic timing, but also the ability to portray a man struggling with his demons, and Martin was able to deliver that depth. His performance in Rio Bravo would go on to be remembered as one of his most notable roles, solidifying his status as a versatile actor in Hollywood. The chemistry between Martin and his co-stars, particularly John Wayne, added to the film's appeal, making it a classic in the Western genre. The film's success was a testament to Martin's talent and the vision of Hawks, who crafted a story that resonated with audiences. The director sought an actor who could resonate with teenagers for the role of Colorado in the film Rio Bravo. Initially, Elvis Presley was considered the top choice for this part. However, negotiations with his manager proved challenging, as the demands for a high salary and top billing were deemed excessive by both Howard Hawks and John Wayne. Their refusal to accommodate these demands led to a search for an alternative. Ultimately, Ricky Nelson was cast in the role, despite Hawks expressing concerns about Nelson's youth and lack of experience in acting. This decision turned out to be a significant one, as Nelson's involvement in the film contributed to its financial success. His name alone was estimated to add around $2 million to the box office, showcasing the impact of star power in attracting audiences. The casting of Colorado became a pivotal moment in the film's production, highlighting the balance between artistic vision and commercial viability. During the filming of Rio Bravo, Ricky Nelson celebrated his 18th birthday, marking a significant milestone in his young career. The atmosphere on set was lively, especially with the presence of seasoned stars like John Wayne and Dean Martin. They decided to play a light-hearted prank on the young actor, presenting him with a hefty 300-pound sack of steer manure. This playful gesture showcased the camaraderie among the cast and added a memorable moment to the filming experience. Despite being third billed in the movie, Nelson had the fewest lines among the main characters. However, his charm and star power contributed significantly to the film's appeal, helping to boost its box office success. His youthful energy and good looks resonated with audiences, making him a notable presence in the film. The combination of his limited dialogue and strong screen presence illustrates how sometimes less can be more in the world of cinema. The film remains a classic, and Nelson's role, though small in words, was impactful in its overall reception. The movie's preview trailer features Ricky Nelson playing his guitar, setting a lively tone for the film. As he strums, he talks about the exciting elements of the story, drawing viewers into the world of Rio Bravo. In a humorous moment, Dean Martin reminds Ricky to mention his own name among the cast members, showcasing the playful camaraderie among the actors. This light-hearted interaction reflects the fun atmosphere on set. John Wayne and Dean Martin were known for their mischievous nature, often pulling tricks on their fellow cast members. One of their most memorable pranks involved Ricky Nelson. As a birthday gift, they decided to throw him into a sack of steer manure. This act was seen as a rite of passage, a way to welcome Ricky into their circle with a good-natured joke. The prank not only highlighted their friendship, but also added a layer of humor to the production. The playful spirit among the cast contributed to the film's charm, making Rio Bravo a classic that resonates with audiences even today. Howard Hawks aimed to create a character-driven Western with Rio Bravo, focusing on the depth of its characters and their interactions. This approach was influenced by the success of character-driven Western television shows that gained popularity during his break from filmmaking. The film features multiple storylines that intertwine, showcasing the complexities of human relationships in a tense setting. John Wayne and Ward Bond shared a professional relationship that blossomed into a profound friendship over 3 decades. Their bond was not just about acting, it was filled with camaraderie and playful antics. Along with filmmaker John Ford, they often engaged in light-hearted pranks, which added a layer of joy to their working environment. This friendship was significant in both their personal and professional lives, as they supported each other through various challenges. However, the loss of Ward Bond in 1960 deeply affected John Wayne. The grief Wayne experienced highlighted the strength of their friendship and the impact Bond had on his life. Their connection, built on years of collaboration and mutual respect, left a lasting impression on Wayne, who struggled to cope with the absence of his dear friend. The character-driven narrative of Rio Bravo not only reflects the film's themes, but also mirrors the real-life relationships that shaped its creation. One night, John Wayne and Ward Bond, who were known for their camaraderie, found themselves in a playful mood after a few drinks. Wayne, always the jokester, decided to take things a step further. He poured liquor on Bond's chest and lit it on fire. This wild act was not meant to harm, but rather to spur Bond into joining him for a night of drinking. The flames were quickly extinguished, but the moment was unforgettable. Bond, with a laugh and a shake of his head, agreed to go out drinking, albeit with a little less chest hair than before. This incident became a legendary story among their friends, showcasing the bond they shared and the lengths Wayne would go to for a good time. Their friendship was marked by such antics, blending humor with a deep respect for one another. This playful spirit was part of what made their time together memorable, both on and off the set of Rio Bravo. The incident highlighted their personalities, with Wayne's boldness and Bond's good-natured acceptance of the joke. It was a moment that captured the essence of their friendship, filled with laughter and a touch of mischief. Rio Bravo remains a classic Howard Hawks film, and is considered a great watch, maintaining its appeal over time. The film, released in 1959, features a strong cast led by John Wayne, who plays Sheriff John T. Chance. He is tasked with holding a dangerous criminal, Joe Burdett, played by Claude Akins, in jail while waiting for help to arrive. The story unfolds in a small Texas town, where tension builds as Burdett's gang seeks to free him. Alongside Wayne, the film includes memorable performances from Dean Martin as the alcoholic deputy, Dude, and Ricky Nelson as the young gunslinger, Colorado. Their characters add depth to the narrative, showcasing themes of friendship, loyalty, and redemption. The film's pacing and dialogue reflect Hawks' signature style, blending action with moments of humor and camaraderie. The cinematography captures the stark beauty of the American West, enhancing the film's atmosphere. The music score, composed by Dmitri Tiomkin, complements the emotional weight of the story. Over the years, Rio Bravo has influenced many filmmakers and remains a beloved classic for its timeless storytelling and strong character development. Howard Hawks' Rio Bravo is often celebrated as a quintessential Western that stands in notable contrast to the darker tonality of its predecessor, Fred Zinnemann's High Noon. Released in 1959, the film marks a reunion between director Howard Hawks and the iconic John Wayne, who plays Sheriff John T. Chance. This collaboration revitalizes classic Western themes while infusing a sense of camaraderie and valor amidst adversity. Set entirely in the small town of Rio Bravo, the narrative follows Sheriff Chance as he courageously takes custody of a local murderer, Joe Burdett, while anticipating an imminent jailbreak orchestrated by Burdett's powerful rancher brother, Nathan. Unlike the protagonist of High Noon, who desperately seeks the support of townsfolk to confront his impending doom, Chance steers his own course. He embodies a stoic, self-reliant spirit, relying on his motley crew, which includes an alcoholic deputy, Dude, played by Dean Martin, and an aging jailer named Stumpy, portrayed by Walter Brennan. This dynamic among the three characters creates a rich tapestry of personal struggle and redemption, particularly for Dude, whose journey from alcoholism to bravery forms a central emotional arc of the film. The film's tone is characterized by a blend of lightheartedness and tension. Hawks crafts dialogue that balances seriousness and humor, highlighting the characters' camaraderie and resilient spirits even in dire situations. Some critiques suggest that this approach undermines the genuine stakes of the narrative, noting that the levity can feel out of place when the threat of violence looms so prominently. However, fans argue that this blend is precisely what makes Rio Bravo enduring and appealing, as it steers the genre away from nihilism and reflects an optimistic view of human relationships. Furthermore, the film features a memorable performance by Angie Dickinson as Feathers, the lively woman who captures Chance's attention and adds an additional layer of complexity to the men's struggles. Her presence enriches the film, presenting a strong female character who is more than just a love interest. She embodies resilience and independence. This perspective brings up differing viewpoints, with some critics appreciating her role as integral to the narrative, while others feel that her character lacks development compared to her male counterparts. Despite this, Dickinson's portrayal remains a highlight for many viewers, Musically, Rio Bravo employs its songs not merely as background but as a narrative device that reinforces the film's emotional undertones. The performances by Dean Martin and Ricky Nelson are woven into the fabric of the plot, furthering character development while contributing to the film's overall ambience. This musical element has garnered both praise and criticism. Some viewers appreciate the nostalgic charm it brings, while others argue it distracts from the tension of the story. Visually, the film encapsulates the stark beauty of the American West, with Hawke's direction celebrated for its clarity and composition. The setting of Rio Bravo is almost a character in itself, creating a sense of isolation that underscores the protagonist's struggle against external threats. The cinematography effectively captures the expansive landscapes, which serve as a tangible reminder of the unforgiving world surrounding the town. Ultimately, Rio Bravo emerges as a film that balances multiple themes: courage versus cowardice, the strength of individual will against communal despair, and the search for personal redemption. Its enduring legacy is a testament to Hawke's deft storytelling and character development. While it has received critiques for its tonal inconsistencies and the treatment of female characters, the film's celebration of friendship, resilience, and the spirit of the West resonates with audiences to this day. In conclusion, Howard Hawks' Rio Bravo offers a multifaceted exploration of traditional Western motifs through its blend of drama, humor, and character complexity. The film's enduring charm lies in its nuanced performances, dynamic relationships, and a bold stance against the cynicism of its contemporaries, making it a hallmark of the genre that continues to engage viewers with its optimistic outlook. As we ride off from the thrilling conclusion of Rio Bravo, a new chapter beckons from the shadows. This bonus segment invites you to explore the lives of the remarkable cast who brought this classic to life. What choices did these talented actors make after the credits rolled? From John Wayne's legendary status in Hollywood to Dean Martin's ventures beyond the silver screen, the stories are as captivating as the film itself. You may be surprised to learn about the paths taken by Angie Dickinson and Ricky Nelson, who each faced their own unique challenges and triumphs. Their journeys reveal the human spirit in an industry filled with highs and lows. So stick around as we unravel the secrets behind their careers, the roles they chose, and the legacies they left behind, shaping not only their lives but the cinema that followed. The spotlight may have dimmed on Rio Bravo, but the revelations awaiting you shine just as brightly. Myron Healy played the role of Barfly in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, a character that added depth to the gritty backdrop of the Old West. His performance, though brief, showcased his ability to embody the raw essence of a struggling, weary individual in a lawless town. This role was a part of Healy's broader career in film and television, where he often portrayed tough characters and villains, making him a familiar face in 1950s and 60s cinema. In the years following Rio Bravo, Healy faced significant challenges, both personally and professionally. His film appearances dwindled as he moved into television roles, where he guest starred on various series. However, personal hardships began to overshadow his career. He grappled with substance abuse, which led to a tumultuous lifestyle that was well documented by tabloids. Scandals about his erratic behavior and conflicts in relationships left a lasting mark on his reputation. Despite these difficulties, Healy remained determined to work in the entertainment industry, but the struggle took its toll. As the years passed, little was known of him in public life. His last known appearances were in the late 1980s, but details surrounding his final years remain elusive. Many have speculated about his fate, but nothing concrete has surfaced since his declining career. The shadows of his past linger on, leaving a sense of mystery about the fate of this once prominent actor. Claude Akins, as Joe Burdett in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, portrayed a complex character whose menacing presence added tension to the Western. Burdett, a ruthless gunslinger, is driven by vengeance and betrayal, creating a chilling adversary for the film's protagonists. Akins' performance showcased his ability to embody darkness, making Burdett a memorable villain. Following Rio Bravo, Akins enjoyed a successful career, with notable roles on television, including the hit series Brockmire and The Killers. However, his life was not without turmoil. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with typecasting, as he often played tough, rough characters, limiting his range in Hollywood. Despite the acclaim, Akins battled industry pressures that sometimes took a toll on his mental health. Off-screen, Akins had a few scandals, including public disputes with directors that raised eyebrows during his time. His personal life was marked by the tragic loss of his first wife, which deeply affected him. Later years saw him embracing family life again with his second wife. Throughout his life, Atkins maintained a mystery that hinted at deeper struggles beneath his tough exterior. The latest known information shows his legacy lives on in the roles he portrayed, until his passing in 1994, leaving behind a rich but complicated legacy in cinema and television. Yakima Canutt played a crucial role as the gunman on horseback in the 1959 classic, Rio Bravo. Known for his incredible stunt work and horsemanship, Canutt brought an authenticity to the film's action scenes. His character exemplified the gritty, tough archetype that defined westerns of the era. However, behind his on-screen bravado lay a life filled with turmoil and challenges. Canutt, once a top stuntman and actor, faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism that plagued his later years. His career, while successful, was not without its scandals. Canutt's complex relationships with women and bouts of financial instability led to a rocky path as the industry evolved. By the 1960s, his once prominent career began to dwindle, and Canutt shifted towards working behind the scenes, contributing to stunt coordination rather than frontline acting. Despite fading fame, his legacy as a pioneer of stunt work endured, influencing countless filmmakers and actors who followed. Yakima Canutt's last known information details his years away from the spotlight, where he focused on personal rehabilitation and imparting his vast knowledge of stunt work to a new generation. Though his life was marked by struggles, Canutt's impact on the film industry remains as indelible as his performances. Cactus Mac played the role of Barfly in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, a movie set in a troubled town where tensions ran high. Mac's character, a supporting role, contributed to the film's atmosphere of impending danger and desperation. His performance, marked by a natural swagger, adds depth to the gritty setting. After Rio Bravo, Mac's career continued with various roles, primarily in westerns and minor film parts. However, his life outside of acting remained complicated. Cactus faced financial difficulties as work dwindled. He battled health issues later in life, with reports indicating a struggle to maintain his once vibrant presence. Rumors of personal scandals shadowed him, with whispers of relationships that may have harmed his reputation. The pressures of an unreliable industry took a toll on his mental health, leading to bouts of depression. The last known information reveals that Cactus Mac passed away in 1970, leaving behind a legacy of both memorable performances and a life marked by struggle. His story reflects the darker side of Hollywood, where fame is fleeting and personal demons linger. Bob Steele portrayed Matt Harris in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, marking a notable point in his career. Steele's character added depth to the narrative, showcasing a blend of resilience and vulnerability in a high-stakes environment. His portrayal was both gripping and layered, revealing the inner conflict of a man caught in a dangerous situation. After Rio Bravo, Steele's career faced challenges as he struggled to transition to more significant roles in an evolving film industry. He became known primarily for his performances in B-movies and westerns, which limited his visibility. Despite these challenges, Steele remained committed to acting. His personal life, marked by hardships, included financial struggles that plagued him even as he continued to work. Steele faced the fallout from a tumultuous marriage and had frequent run-ins with the law, including a notable arrest related to public intoxication. There were whispers of personal demons, including battles with addiction that cast a long shadow over his later years. Despite waning fame, Steele continued taking small roles until his passing in 1988. Little is known about his final years, with only sparse updates surfacing after his death, leaving a sense of mystery about his last days. His legacy remains as a solid figure of early cinema, but the darker undercurrents of his life reveal a complex man behind the screen. Walter Brennan's portrayal of Stumpy in the 1959 film Rio Bravo remains iconic, showcasing his talent in a role that combined humor, heart, and a rugged sense of loyalty. Stumpy, the old and wise sidekick, is central to the film's emotional core, providing a stark contrast to the more traditional action heroes. This role allowed Brennan to highlight his skills as a character actor, reminding audiences of the depth he brought to often overlooked parts. Brennan's career thrived in the 1930s and 1940s when he won 3 Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor. However, his life was not devoid of shadows. He faced the horror of losing his daughter, who passed away tragically in a car accident. This personal loss weighed heavily on him, contributing to his complex personality and darker public persona. In later years, Brennan struggled with health issues, including arthritis that severely limited his mobility. Despite these challenges, he continued to work in films and television until his death in 1974. His final appearances underscored his resilience. Notably, his last major film, The Over-the-Hill Gang, aired on television in 1969, showing that he remained a beloved figure in the industry. Last known details point to his lasting legacy in Hollywood, where he remains celebrated for his contributions. Sheriff John T. Chance, played by John Wayne in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, represents a tough yet principled lawman facing overwhelming odds. Chance's unwavering dedication to his role as sheriff highlights themes of honor and resilience against corruption and lawlessness. Wayne's portrayal embodies a stoic demeanor, reflecting the complexities of a man burdened by his duty to protect his town. Outside of the film, John Wayne's life was marked by personal challenges and controversies. He faced heavy criticism for his political views, particularly his staunch anti-communism during the McCarthy era. Wayne's support for the Vietnam War also generated a mixed public reception. His first marriage ended in divorce, while his second suffered from turmoil, including rumors of infidelity and health crises. Wayne battled stomach cancer in the last years of his life, ultimately passing away in 1979. In the years that followed his death, Wayne's legacy remains contentious yet impactful, with discussions surrounding his political beliefs and personal life continuing to evoke strong reactions. His roles, particularly that of Sheriff Chance, linger in popular culture as symbols of old Hollywood morality and rugged individualism. John Russell's portrayal of Nathan Burdett in the 1959 film Rio Bravo marked a pivotal moment in his career. As the menacing antagonist, Russell embodied a dark presence, amplifying the tension in the film with his commanding performance. His character's relentless pursuit of power showcased his ability to delve into morally complex roles, making a lasting impression on audiences. Russell's journey in Hollywood was rife with struggles. Born in 1924, he began his acting career in the mid-1940s, but faced significant challenges. Known for his rugged looks, Russell often found himself typecast as villains or lawmen. Despite a flourishing career, his personal life was tumultuous. He faced financial difficulties, leading to a stint in bankruptcy in the early 1970s. Scandals also lingered around his name, particularly his tumultuous relationships with women, which were often marred by drama. By the late 1980s, Russell had largely retreated from the public eye. The last known details about his life indicate that he resided quietly in California, away from the limelight. His final years were marked by introspection, shrouded in mystery and silence, leaving fans and colleagues to ponder the depths of his experiences. Dean Smith's portrayal of Burdett's henchman in the 1959 film Rio Bravo is marked by its subtle menace and intensity. As a card-playing enforcer, he embodies the gritty undertones of the film. His character adds tension, creating an unsettling atmosphere that contrasts with the main character's heroic endeavors. Smith's stoic expression and piercing gaze make his henchman one of the film's memorable antagonists, demonstrating his ability to evoke fear without overt violence. After Rio Bravo, Dean Smith's life took several tumultuous turns. He struggled with typecasting, often relegated to villainous roles. In 1967, Smith faced a scandal when he was accused of disturbing the peace during a bar fight. While the charges were dropped, it tarnished his reputation. Personal hardships followed as he battled depression, stemming from the pressure of Hollywood fame and his fear of fading into obscurity. In his later years, Smith sought solace in painting, finding a new passion that brought him peace. The last known information about him indicates he retreated from public life, living quietly away from the limelight, reflecting on a career marked by shadow and struggle. Dean Martin portrayed Dude in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, a role that showcased his complex personality. Dude is a recovering alcoholic struggling with his demons, a character that allowed Martin to delve into deeper emotional territories, contrasting with his usual charm and humor. This portrayal reflected the darker side of his life, mirroring Martin's personal battles with addiction and the pressures of fame. After the film's release, Martin's career continued to flourish as he solidified his status as a leading man in Hollywood. However, his personal life was fraught with challenges. He faced tumultuous relationships, including a highly publicized marriage to actress Jean Bicey, and further turmoil following their divorce. His friendship with Frank Sinatra became legendary, but also led to speculation about secretive connections within organized crime, adding a layer of intrigue to his persona. Health issues began to surface in the 1980s, including chronic back pain and substance abuse problems. Martin's later years were marked by a retreat from the public eye as he focused on family and personal welfare. He passed away in 1995, leaving behind a legacy that was both glamorous and shadowed by personal conflict. The last known information shows that his music and films continue to resonate, ensuring his influence endures long after his passing. In the 1959 movie Rio Bravo, Ward Bond portrayed the character Pat Wheeler, a loyal friend to Sheriff John T. Chance. Wheeler's rugged demeanor and unwavering strength stand out as he supports the sheriff amid turmoil and danger. Bond's portrayal exudes a sense of camaraderie, providing depth to the film's themes of loyalty and valor. Ward Bond's life was marked by both professional success and personal struggles. A seasoned actor with nearly 200 films to his credit, Bond faced his own demons. He battled alcoholism throughout his life, which led to significant personal turmoil. In 1951, he was involved in a scandal when he was accused of being associated with the Communist Party, but he managed to transcend that politically charged moment. In the ensuing years, Bond continued to work steadily. He became a beloved figure on television, particularly in Wagon Train. Despite his professional achievements, his health declined due to years of heavy drinking. He died of a heart attack in 1960, just a year after Rio Bravo's release. His legacy is complex, intertwining artistic brilliance with the shadows of a troubled life. Chuck Roberson played the role of a gunman in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, marking a notable entry in his career. In this gritty western, his character added to the tension and complexity of the story, creating a memorable atmosphere reflective of the era's cinematic style. Roberson's performance as a menacing presence contributed to the film's overall sense of danger and intrigue. Despite this success, Roberson's life was filled with personal challenges. He struggled with alcoholism, which affected his career and relationships. These battles contributed to a sense of darkness that lingered throughout his and many others' lives in Hollywood. Roberson was also a stuntman, and the constant physical demands of this role led to numerous injuries and hardships. Later in life, he experienced financial difficulties, which often plagued retired actors. His later years were marked by quiet reflection away from the spotlight. The last known information about Chuck Roberson is limited. He passed away in 2008. His legacy remains a somber reminder of the often hidden struggles behind iconic roles. In the 1959 film Rio Bravo, Harry Carey Jr. portrayed Harold, a character caught in the conflict of a lawless town. Carey brought depth to Harold's persona, blending vulnerability with strength. His role, although not central, added a sense of realism to the gritty atmosphere of the story. This film became a notable part of his filmography, showcasing his ability to contribute meaningfully even in smaller roles. Carey's career spanned several decades, beginning in the 1940s. He often played characters that mirrored his off-screen persona as a rugged, principled man connected to the American West. However, his life was shadowed by personal challenges, including struggles with his mental health. Despite a successful career, the pressures of Hollywood and the weight of expectations took a toll. In the 1970s, he faced significant hardships, including the death of his father, a well-known actor, which left him grappling with grief. Carey experienced financial difficulties and battled alcoholism, leading to estrangement from loved ones. In later years, he found solace in teaching, sharing his passion for acting with young talents. As of recent updates, Harry Carey Jr. passed away in December 2012, leaving behind a legacy marked by integrity and resilience. His life and career serve as poignant reminders of the complexities that often lie beneath the surface of fame. Estelita Rodriguez portrayed Consuelo Rabante in the 1959 film Rio Bravo, bringing a vibrant yet poignant energy to her role. Her character, a strong-willed woman caught in a grueling standoff between right and wrong, resonated with audiences. Yet this success masked deeper struggles. Rodriguez's life outside the limelight was fraught with challenges. She faced personal hardships, including a troubled marriage to actor and musician Johnny Mercer, which ended in divorce. Financial struggles plagued her career in the 1960s, leading her to take various roles in television and stage. But the success of Rio Bravo failed to secure her a lasting career in Hollywood. She often battled over the challenge of being a Latina actress in a predominantly white industry, making it harder to find substantial roles. Tragedy struck her personal life when she experienced the untimely death of her son from a motorcycle accident. Despite the turmoil, Estelita found solace in music, performing in clubs, and dedicating her later years to her passion. She vanished from the public eye, and details about her final years remain scarce. The last known information suggests she lived quietly, away from the film industry, before passing away in 2012. Angie Dickinson's portrayal of Feathers in the 1959 film Rio Bravo marked a significant moment in her career. As a strong yet vulnerable character, Feathers brought depth and complexity to a Western story dominated by male figures. Dickinson infused the role with a blend of charm and resilience, capturing the audience's attention amid tensions in the narrative. This performance solidified her status as a leading lady in Hollywood during a time when women were often secondary characters. However, Dickinson's life was not always as glamorous as it appeared on screen. Behind her radiant smile lay personal hardships and controversies. She faced numerous struggles, including the pressures of Hollywood's beauty standards and turbulent relationships. Her marriage to actor Burt Bacharach ended in divorce, and the couple's time together was marked by allegations of infidelity and emotional distress. Moreover, she endured the tragedy of losing her sister to cancer, which deeply affected her. Over the years, Dickinson remained a fixture in film and television, but also dealt with health challenges, including anxiety and episodes of depression. She has maintained a private life, rarely appearing in the public eye as her career faded. In recent years, Dickinson has mostly retreated from Hollywood, with little news on her activities, leading to speculations about her well-being. As of now, she is largely out of the spotlight, with her legacy as a bold actress enduring in the shadows of unforgettable performances. Sheb Wooley portrayed the character of the cowboy in the 1959 movie Rio Bravo. In this role, he brought a unique blend of humor and grit, showcasing both vulnerability and strength in the face of danger. His performance contributed significantly to the film, which has since become a classic in the Western genre. The character of the cowboy allowed Wooley to display his acting chops alongside legends like John Wayne and Dean Martin, solidifying his place in cinema history. After Rio Bravo, Wooley's career continued in television and music, gaining fame not just as an actor, but also as a country music singer. He is perhaps best known for his hit song The Purple People Eater. However, his life was not without challenges. Wooley faced personal hardships, including struggles with health issues and the pressures of fame. He also encountered financial difficulties, which led him to take on roles in lesser-known projects later in his career. Despite these struggles, he maintained a certain mystique, often reflecting on his experiences with a somber tone. His later years were marred by serious health battles, with Wooley battling leukemia, eventually leading to his passing in 2003. His legacy continues to live on through his memorable roles and music. Ricky Nelson's role as Colorado Ryan in the 1959 film Rio Bravo was pivotal, marking his transition from a teen idol to a serious actor. Colorado, a drifter with a checkered past and a desire to prove himself, tapped into Nelson's own struggles with identity and acceptance. The character's complexity mirrored Nelson's off-screen battles, which began once the cameras stopped rolling. After Rio Bravo, Nelson continued to struggle against the weight of fame, trying to find authenticity in a world that often reduced him to a pretty face. By the 1970s, his life unraveled in darker ways. He faced countless personal issues, including a highly publicized divorce from actress Kristen Harmon, which led to tumultuous custody battles over their 4 children. Nelson once battled addiction and faced scandals, such as alleged drug use and involvement in high-speed car accidents, which placed him in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Despite significant career downturns, he returned to music with some success but was plagued by inner demons. His tragic end came in a plane crash in 1985, leaving a legacy of a star haunted by the very fame that once defined him. Last known information reveals a continuing fascination with his life, reflecting on both the brilliance and darkness that surrounded him. As we reflect on the classic film Rio Bravo, we remember not just the story and its iconic characters, but also the remarkable journeys of its cast. John Wayne faced personal challenges during the filming, yet his dedication brought to life the steadfast sheriff, bringing confidence and strength to the screen. Dean Martin overcame struggles with alcoholism, portraying a charming and complex character that resonated with many. Angie Dickinson made her mark in a male-dominated industry, proving her talent and paving the way for future actresses. These actors took risks and faced their fears both on set and in their lives. Did you grow up watching Rio Bravo? What moments do you cherish? Perhaps it was the thrilling standoffs or the camaraderie between characters that left an impression. Whatever your connection, we invite you to share your memories in the comments. Let's celebrate the magic of this film and the nostalgia